Meet me at our spot. Come on!
These are all my thoughts and opinions based on information out in the public domain. Do you see that little place there in that little woods? That's where the waterfall is. All I have to do is walk over there and go to the waterfall. But the weather's bad and it's actually quite slippery. So I'm going to have to do it indoors. Hello, gorgeous people. Thank you for joining me. You saw my video, last video yesterday. I was quite upset. I still am. Many people say, oh, you're anti-monarchy. And the thing is that people haven't made the separation between monarchy and the royals. Monarchy is an institution. The royals are individuals. One of the Queen's greatest achievements is that she never made the position of a monarch about her, because it is a position that she's filling for the time, that she's a monarch. So it's not about her, and she understands that. Whereas the other royals, they made it all about them. I wanted to talk a little bit about Andrew and Epstein and Meghan Markle. Because people like Andrew, like Harry, are targets for people like Epstein, Virginia Roberts, and Meghan Markle. Now, the problem, if the monarchy had done, if the royal family or the parliament had done their job of setting up standards, they would not, Jeffrey Epstein, Meghan Markle, Virginia Roberts, would never be around the royal family. Because before, they used to be vetted, and royals used to listen to the advice of people. You can't hang around with this guy. He has a criminal record. You can't hang out with Meghan Markle. She's a prostitute. You can't hang out with Virginia Roberts. She's another hoe. But they don't listen, do they? And this is why they find themselves in this predicament and tainting the monarchy. My heart goes out to Her Majesty the Queen. And I get a bunch of morons telling me, well, it's the Queen's doing. You know what? Screw you. It's not. As a parent, you can only do your best to raise your children, and hopefully they'll listen. We have parents of, let me give you Jeffrey Dahmer or a Ted Bundy, like people, and their parents were lovely. There were other siblings, and they don't have those issues. Don't go any further. Look at Prince Andrew, look at Prince William and Harry. They're like completely different. One is got moral standing, everything, and the other one doesn't. Now, I wanted to wonder. I was wondering because I'm going to leave the interview of Lady Victoria Harvey. It's been nagging me for quite some time whether Meghan Markle was part of the Jeffrey Epstein circle. There's been reports that what's her name, herpes like Meghan knew Eugenie. How tight Meghan is to Eugenie, inviting Sarah Ferguson, all the girls and stuff like that. And then we have Oprah. And Meghan Markle was hanging around in Florida. I remember that lady who gave that interview saying, oh, good for her. She used to be one of my golf cart girls here in Florida. And I mean, and we know that Meghan is the kind of woman who would do anything that Jeffrey Harvey Weinstein would have asked her to do. And the same for Jeffrey Epstein, because Meghan has no morals. Meghan is a woman who will do anything to get what she wants. So I started wondering about that. Because also, why would Virginia Roberts call her to testify as a witness? It has nothing to do that Meghan is locating in the United States. Because in order for you to call a witness, they have to be related or be part of or have anything to contribute, because otherwise the judge disqualifies this witness as irrelevant. So I started wondering about that. What do you guys think? Because it doesn't there's a lot of things that are not right. And this is why these people who are targeted are, because other royal families, they don't accept, and I tell you what it is. For example, the Crown Princess, Mette-Marit, who's married to the Norwegian Crown Prince, she had to write an apology. It wasn't an apology. She said that she was sorry for her friendship with Jeffrey Epstein because she didn't know how much of a pedophile he was. That's not really an excuse. Just the fact that he was sexually convicted of a sexual assault with minors should have put her off. But how these people operate is that they manage to get endorsed by one person. Once that one person in their circle endorses them, it's like everything else opens, because the other people think, well, if this person is hanging out with her, then it must be good enough. In this case was Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell was Jeffrey Epstein's door in, or the gate towards all these circles in. This is how, once Andrew started hanging out with him, then and even Prince Andrew and Prince Charles. Prince Charles invited him to his 50th birthday party and to Prince William's 18th birthday party. This is so you know how long Jeffrey Epstein has been hanging around the royal family. Okay? But the problem is that they know that these people are bad. The Scotland Yard, the Met Police, warning Prince Charles about Jimmy Savile and Peter Ball. Forget it. I'm going to do what I want. You don't tell me what to do. And this is, remember when I tell you, arrogance gets them every time. And this is because they don't listen, because they think that they can do whatever they want, because they have made their positions about themselves. The Queen has never abused her privilege. I am not an anti-monarchist. I am a completely diehard monarchist, but I'm against any corrupt royal who does or behaves in such a manner that brings disrepute to the monarchy. Her Majesty the Queen is if you're going to slag her off, I will block you. I have learned how to do that. I will block you because I don't want anybody slagging off on the Queen. That lady, she's 95 and is still working. Let it go. But I do wonder whether Meghan Markle, because she targeted, it was like, she even got her, her profile. She started cleaning it up in 2016. So there was like premeditation, because she hired that PR person to get her that gig in Uganda or Rwanda, whatever she did with the water thing. And now she became a humanitarian. And then she wanted to be in the UN, so that her PR her agent got her a gig to speak at the UN. So she started cleaning her image for that. So I wonder if she targeted somebody. I mean, she must have thought of a royal or something. It seems too targeted. That's the word. Just like Virginia Giuffre, make no mistake. When this woman runs out of money, she will be suing somebody else. She will be suing somebody else. I hope her victims sue everybody else. But the issue with all of this is that there needs to be a better or a really enforced rules of who these royals can hang out with. Just like the very rich people, they don't hang out with just anybody, But it has to be stopped. It has to be stopped because they are targets. And they're not very bright to identify that they're being used. I always wonder why Prince Andrew, who went on a secret trip, was able to be filmed walking with Jeffrey Epstein, or even closing out and opening the door, because it was supposed to be a secret trip. I do believe that Epstein did set him up, or Ghislaine Maxwell, because they're not trustworthy people. Please do let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe.